Everyone, I'm Dad,
I'm daughter.
and we are.
Dad and daughter from the one duo.
We're being quiet because we're at the airport and we're getting ready to go on vacation. But thankfully, the Australian Grand Prix was last night and we were able to watch it. Or at least I watched most of it before I kept falling asleep. And then you watched a little bit of the replay this morning.
Yeah.
All right, so here is our full summary of the Australian Grand Prix.
Who do I say first?
Whatever you want.
So first let's talk the places.
Okay.
So first place it was Lando.
Mm-hmm.
Who would have guessed?
Second place was Max, and third place was?
George Russell.
It was George Russell. Now, the surprising one here was Kimi Antonelli, because Kimi ended the race in what position?
Fourth, right?
In fourth place, exactly right.
He did really good at.
He did do really good. And in fifth place, surprising also,
Oh,
uh,
Alex Albon.
Alex Albon, yeah. So the
He's
race,
not new, but is he new?
no.
No, exactly. But he just doesn't get good places.
That's been probably the highest place that they've gotten in quite a few years, to be honest with you. So one of the things that we saw about the race was, number one, it was a super crazy race because it was a lot of rain.
Yeah, that was a lot of rain. Everyone had to change their tires.
Yeah. So everyone was changing their tires from intermediates to the hard tires or the medium tires. Max at one point changed it to the medium towards the end and then back to the intermediates because the rain would come and go, come and go. Now, I did call it. I said who would crash. Who would be the first crash and where did I say would be the first crash?
The corner,
The first turn.
the first one turn thingy,
And who would it be?
and it was, who was it again?
I.
Isaac Hadjar.
Isaac Hadjar. So Isaac Hadjar on the formation lap spun out and he crashed at turn one. And that's super, super sad.
And he wasn't the only one.
And he was not the only one who had any incidents between the formation lap and lap two, because then we also saw Jack Doohan
Jack Doohan and Carlos Sainz.
and Carlos Sainz also.
And
Carlos
Sainz, like,
I
he's done
know.
that race so many times,
Mm-hmm.
and he still spun out.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the conditions were really crazy, and also it's a new car, right? So we got to be understanding a little bit of that. But at the end of the day, one of the things that we did see is that it was a really tough race for a lot of people. We had a lot of retirements. Fernando Alonso crashed. Let's see. Gabriel Bortoleto got out. Who else?
Who else? Liam Lawson.
Liam Lawson also.
Someone almost got a penalty.
Yeah, so we saw a lot of retirements due to crashes because of the very bad weather conditions. Now, overall, it was actually a pretty exciting race because originally we had a McLaren 1-2 starting the race off. And then we ended up seeing Max take over, right? We saw Max go into second. And then the weather changed. Max ended up moving back into third. Oscar went back into second. And then what happened with Oscar towards the end?
He crashed.
He
No, he didn't crash. He spun out.
He spun out.
He went back into the race. He ended up, so he went to 15th, and then he ended up in 9th at the final, which from 15th to 9th and still getting 2 points is really good.
It's actually a phenomenal result, absolutely. Now, I will tell you that if it would have not been because Oscar got back into the race and didn't quit, he didn't give up trying to get his car out of the grass because he spun out. He was behind Lando. He spun out. He goes into the grass. Max gets back into second. Lando then pits, right, to change his tires because the weather's changing again to go back into intermediates, and Max stays out. If Oscar would have not gotten the car out and they would have brought out a safety car, that would have made it a very, very difficult for Lando to be able to win that race. And more than likely, Max would have actually taken the win. So it was actually very big kudos to Oscar. And I know that you're a big Oscar fan, right?
Yes, guys.
Yeah, we're a big Oscar.
My favorite.
You are a big Oscar fan. So if it was not because of Oscar, Lando would have not gotten that win. That's what I'm going to say. I'm going to stand behind that statement.
In my eyes, he technically did win.
I can see that. I can see, right? So for you, Oscar's the big winner out of this because great team player on that, great strategy call in staying out, and great presence of mind. Like, super smart of Oscar, right?
You know what I do see a lot in all the races?
Mm-hmm.
That they don't like to fight. They do not like when like Lando's in first and Oscar's in second. They don't try to they don't try to go around each other. They just stay in their place.
That's true.
And
That's
some beat some. Oh, then like now they're trying. Now someone's trying.
yeah. So they tend to respect each other quite a bit, right? That's great. Yeah, that means I think they're great teammates. What do you think?
I think they're really great teammates. In the beginning I did think like, oh, maybe since they already won the
Constructors.
the constructors, that like that's for the teammates,
Mm-hmm.
then they would just try to win by themselves. No, they're still trying to win the constructors.
Yeah, so they're working hard, right? It's the beginning of the year. So right now it's, anybody's win, right, for drivers, but at the end of the day, constructors matters a lot because it's not just about them two, it's about their entire teams. It's the mechanics, the engineers, everybody, right, at the end of the day. So that matters. All right. Anything else before we sign off for today?
Don't forget to like, subscribe, and speed to those notifications, everyone.
Bye. And don't forget, there's another race coming up this weekend. So make sure to stay tuned in to our predictions for this week's upcoming race. Bye, everyone.